Friends, do you want to be successful? Now, as I asked you earlier, do you really want to be successful? The reason why I'm asking you this is there are so many people in the world who want to be successful, but they don't do anything to be successful. They just want to be successful. ऐसा नहीं होता है. If you really want to be successful, you need to do something. And do you know one thing? To be successful, you have to be very, very dynamic. Now, what do I mean by being dynamic? Try to understand. To be dynamic, first of all, you have to be very creative. Secondly, you have to have a very coherent brain. Now, what do I mean by having a coherent brain? I mean, both the hemispheres, the right and the left, have to be in coherence. Till the time they are not in coherence, there will be no balance in the brain. So, this is the second thing. The third thing is, you need to have a very, very sharp intellect. And finally, you have to be very intuitive. Now, my question is, do you have these qualities? क्या आपके पास ये चारों चीजें हैं? अगर है तो ठीक है. Then the effect of having these things will be being successful. लेकिन अगर आपके पास ये नहीं है, and if you want to develop these, then I'll teach you a simple method. I can't go into the details of teaching each and everything, but I will teach you a simple method which will give you a first-hand experience. And you will experience it for yourself. You will experience the difference in your own understanding, in your own creativity, and so many other things by doing this simple technique. Now, understand one thing: what blocks all these things from being there in us? What is it that blocks our creativity? What is it that doesn't create a coherence in our brain? What is it that doesn't give us a sharp intellect and the intuition, of course? क्या है ऐसा? ऐसी कौन सी चीज है rather जो ये सब चीजें ब्लॉक करती? Do you know what it is? It is because we have a traffic jam. Exactly. आपने सही सुना. हमारे दिमाग में ट्रैफिक जैम हो गया है. We have so much of junk files there, so much of trash in there, कि it has no space to be creative. It has no space. It's jammed with unnecessary thoughts. There is a constant cycle of thoughts. दिन भर ये जो साइंटिस्ट कहते हैं ना 60,000 or 70,000 thoughts per day, repetitive thoughts, same thoughts, not even a single creative thought. Same thoughts. सिर्फ कैरेक्टर बदलते हैं, स्टोरी सेम होता है. Now, because of this, there is so much of trash and junk files into our brain that it has no space for creation. अभी देखो, I'll give you a simple example. Now, if I tell you that I have chosen you for some award and you are going to be awarded, so you will need to fill your details in this form. this form. I'm giving you this form, just fill your details. Friends, do you think you will be able to write anything in this form? You will not be able to write anything in this form because it's jammed. It's all scribbled. There is no empty space for you to even write your name. यही होता है. This is what happens in our brain. तो क्या करेंगे? Thoughts तो आएंगे ही. कर क्या सकते हैं? How to create that space and how to delete junk files. I'll give you a simple technique. Try करो. हमारा problem क्या है कि we understand things, we probably even learn things, but we don't follow it because our brain follows the old pattern. It doesn't want to go into the new pattern. Anyway, the method is, देखो, sit straight with your spine straight, close your eyes and try to observe your breath. Okay. Now understand that your breath has a sound. When you breathe in, there is a sound like, and when you exhale, there is a sound like. So we will just modify this sound, and while we breathe in, we will imagine this sound with a so. When we breathe in, just imagine the sound so, and when you breathe out, just imagine the sound hum. Okay, now do this for around 10 to 15 times in the beginning to find out whether you can do it. And if you can do it, and if you really want to experience the results, do it for about 25 times. That's about 5 minutes. क्या होगा? The dynamic is very simple. क्या होगा? While you are observing your breath with the sounds so, hum. When you are doing that, you are only attending to so and hum. Now, don't consider so and hum to be any mantra. No, it's not any mantra. It is the sound of the breath. Even if you don't like this so hum, you can say 1, 2, whatever. It doesn't matter. What I am trying to tell you is, focus on the breath and the sound of the breath. When you do this for 5 minutes, क्या होगा? All that thrash which is coming in constantly at jet speed will automatically stop. Junk files will stop coming in at that speed because now you are consciously focusing only on a sound. And while doing that, you will realize, as you practice, you will realize thoughts तो आएंगे ही नहीं, या आएंगे तो इतने weak होंगे कि they will not trespass. They'll just come and dissolve. So for 5 minutes, even for 5 minutes, if you can create space in your brain, there's a lot of transformation that can take place. If you start doing this, not that you are going to see something miraculous in a day or two, because it will need space to be created there. So करके देखो. If you do it even for say 10 to 15 days, you will experience a lot of changes in you. Now, what those changes are, well, it depends on you, but you will be creative. You will start experiencing some very positive thoughts, and it will keep you in a very positive frame of mind. And obviously, friends, to be successful, you need to have a positive frame of mind and not the old negative one. So this is a simple but a very effective technique. Try doing it. अगर आपको लगता है कि कुछ बदल रहा है, तो just keep on following my videos. I'll keep on posting something very transformative. All the best. Thank you.